So we can do one other adjustment method using our curves adjustment layer. So I've taken another image from that same windy day down at the waterfront, and I go into my adjustment panel and once again select the curves icon. In the curves icon window, this time we are going to select that little icon in the upper left hand corner that looks like an index finger. Click once on that and then drag your mouse over into your photograph. You'll notice an eyedropper appears. Place that eyedropper on the tone of the image that you want to target. So in this case, we are going to target the dark tones of the photograph. So I'm placing the eyedropper over the dark tones, and then I'm going to hold the mouse down, and when I do that, I get a little icon that gives me an up arrow and a down arrow. If I pull the mouse downwards, that tone is going to get darker. If I pull it upwards or push it upwards, it's going to get lighter. In this case, we're going to pull it pretty significantly far down, and we can see this area has gotten very dark, while the brighter areas like the clouds and this sort of brighter sand pile kind of have remained unchanged. Now this image really starts to display that wonderful swatching of opposite tonality that we talked about in the last module. You can see we've got the dark stacked onto the lights, stacked onto the darks, stacked onto the lights, stacked onto the darks. I think this image actually would make a great black and white image. We can make it a black and white image by once again returning to our adjustment panel, selecting the lower left hand corner arrow, and then going over into the icons and selecting the one to create a new black and white adjustment layer. So you can see we've got a pretty sweet looking black and white photograph here, but I think we can actually even do more to this photograph to even make it pop a little bit more. So we'll go down, add another curves adjustment layer, and we're first going to go up into the sky. And we're going to make the blues in the sky almost black. Now of course that's affected the rest of the photograph here, so we're going to paint just that sky in. So the way we do that is go Image, Adjustments, Invert, or Control Invert on your keyboard as a shortcut. And then our mask is black, so we're going to select a white foreground color and then the paintbrush, and then I'm simply going to paint over the sky like this. And you can see how I've selectively darkened that sky without darkening any more of the photograph. And you can see the darker that sky gets, the more three-dimensional this image becomes, and it really begins to jump off the page at you. If you wanted to take this one step further, we could even sort of target the sand pile here and brighten that up a bit, then invert that layer, and then simply taking a smaller paintbrush, painting that one area in. And so now we've got a really three-dimensional black and white image that has kind of that signature Ansel Adams pop to it. Don't forget to do a save as, and when you're ready to submit it, flatten your image and make it a JPEG.